Grand Rising, dear family. Shalom to every so-called black man, so-called black woman, and so-called black child on this planet. In reality, you are all angelic Orisha gods, pharaohs. Egypt is in Africa. Egypt is in Africa. I'm God's soul's first lieutenant, and I have an order for you to follow. An order. I was saying orders, plural, but now I'm just going to say order, singular, because of what the entirety of my message is. So, I know what you really are. That's why I say you're so-called. So, this video is simply going to be called The Soul King's Military Entrenchment, Part 2 of Infinity. Part 2 of Infinity. That's what this video is going to be called. And I'm going to read this here letter to you again that I read in the previous video. I had it all lined up wrong the last time I was talking about it because of the way I was setting up the numbers to measure the dimensions properly. In order to speak and/or label and describe a dimension properly, you have to put the number before the dimension. You have to put the number before the letter D or the number before the word dimension in order to measure it properly. Throughout my entire list, I had it listed as D1, D2, D3, and so on and so forth, all the way up to D47, when it should have been 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D, all the way up to 47D. I see in the ID. I see in the ID in the infinite dimensional. I see in the ID infinite dimensional. What could that mean though? Before I tell you, take that one thing I just said and 4 other things I'm getting ready to say in as you are getting ready to listen to me talk, if you're going to listen to me talk. What are the 4 things? What are the other 4 things other than that I see in the ID line? Just simply 4 words: destroy. Then you have sweep and or flush or clean or wipe out or remove what shouldn't be there. And then third, you have subjugate, subjugation, conquer, dominate, rule over, or fight for the idea that you are going to rule now. And then finally, establish, set the standard. The word establish is the accomplishment of a setup. The word standard is a level of attainment, a level of accomplishment. How about a high level of accomplishment? A just love level of accomplishment. You follow what I'm saying? And then the 5th thing, I see in the ID. What do I mean by that? Did you know our entire reality is one infinite dimension? Yeah. No, seriously. Our entire reality is one infinite dimension. More details. Did you know the Latin origin for the word infinite? Break it down. In means not. Infinite means finished. In, not. Finite, finished. So that means our entire universe is not finished. Our entire universe is not finished. And I see in a not finished reality. I see in a not finished reality. So wait. You saying that you simply see in the ID is simply you saying you see in reality? Correct. I am simply saying I see in reality. And this here reality is an infinite dimensional construct of just love. Take this with you too as I get ready to explain this, because I'm going to explain it quickly this time. Just love, right? Infinite dimensions, infinite dimensional reality, but it's all just one thing. You follow what I'm saying? Take this with you. I see in reality. I see in the ID. 4 things real quick. They are what could now possibly be the 5 major measurement words. But remember, you're only doing one activity with all 5 of these words, measuring something. What are you measuring? Just so happens to be this one here reality in which we have 4 major measurement words. But in reality, you're doing one thing, which is just measuring this one thing you are in called reality. Reality measurements. There are 4 things you can use to measure this one thing you are in called the reality. Like I said, I might add a 5 word to the 4 major measurement words, and the 5th major measurement word may be reality. The reality measurement. Or, let me just tell you right quick. The first one is dimensional. which is going to be really important when I get ready to talk to you about this. Dimensional, how to see dimensions in reality. You follow what I'm saying? Then the second key measurement word is frequencies. Frequencies, how to see key frequencies in reality, like meaning what things are telling you or what you sense in regards to your feeling, depending on how you see the word frequency in its definition. And then third, morals, the measurement of character and behavior, the measurement of emotion, the measurement of what is driving this here character and or behavioral trait to be what it is. Why does this here character and or behavioral trait function the way it functions? And then finally, quantum, the source measurement word. What does the source measurement word tell you? Why it does the way it does. Meaning the source measurement tells you why this here moral character and or behavior gives off the certain frequencies it does within all of the dimensions as it travels, and all the dimensions of its travel, if that makes sense to you thus far. So for this video here, it's going to be called, it originally was going to be called the 47 DTM Soul King military parable. That's what it was originally going to be called. But now it's just going to be called the Soul King's entrenchment, the Soul King's military entrenchment. But what is it in reality for the Soul King's military entrenchment to work? It's a 47-dimensional thinking mind exercise. Listening to me, you are going to participate in a 47-dimensional thinking mind exercise, meaning you're going to be able to see in the 1D, see in the 2D, see in the 3D, see in the 4D, see in the 5D, and everything after the 5D is advanced towards the infinite state. Everything after 5-dimensional is infinite capabilities. Everything is. But why after 5 dimensions? Why after that specifically? Because of your senses. Or at least according to how the information is set up. That's what will make the most logical sense. You follow what I'm saying? So now I'm going to read this off to you. It's a 47-dimensional thinking mind exercise. A 47-dimensional thinking mind exercise. I see in the ID. This can help you see in the 47D. What's the ID? Identification. Infinite dimensional thinking mind. It's not identification. It's just I see in the ID. It's just so many other things you can take with that if you decide to play around with it a little bit. You follow what I'm saying? So this is going to be titled the 47 DTM Soul King military parable script. DTM stands for dimensional thinking mind. Here it is. The spiritual Air Force branch, starting off with this one. I have 3 branches in total. I'm going to explain more to you as I go on. I got 3 branches in total here, and then 1 leadership branch. Most likely in the future, I'm going to add the Navy and the Coast Guard. I said in one of my previous videos talking about this that I was going to do the Navy. That was an accident. I actually meant the Air Force. I actually meant the Air Force, the Marine Corps, and the Army. What am I doing here with the Air Force, Marine Corps, and the Army? I am taking your ranks and applying them to something I needed them to apply them to, meaning I am taking everything in which the enemy meant for evil and reversing it to good. Why is your rank more important than your life? Why is your servitude to this cause more important than your life? Why is that? Just a random question. Here. And now, to begin to read it. I'm going to explain more to you as I go on. Now, to see in the 1 dimension, 1D, to see in the 1D, D stands for dimension. I'm going to just keep saying D as I go. You follow me? To see in the 1D, or to see in the 1 dimension, the first thing you're going to see, the racist belief system pillar. You see, when you look at the surface level, also too, this is going to connect like every game, all the games that I have into one parable. All of it is. It's going to connect every game that I put online, everything that I've said out loud. It's going to all connect into this one here military parable. You follow what I'm saying? Now, remember, I have the racism belief system connected to the root chakra in my story here. You follow what I'm saying? And to see in the 1D, you have to apply the technique known as the 6 single word awareness questions. And you're going to use it to target the racist belief pillar. And you're going to target it to destroy it into the greed in which it truly is in reality. And once you use the 6 single word awareness word questions in the 1-dimensional thinking mind aspect, target the belief system pillar, racism, in the 1-dimensional thinking mind aspect, and destroy it, and turn it into greed, or show it to reveal it as the greed in which it truly is, you will accomplish the spiritual Air Force rank known as Soul Airman Basic. Does that make you woo and excite or waha? It probably shouldn't. It's not necessarily, that doesn't necessarily need to. It's just a parable. You can see it however you want to see it. I know how I see it and why the reasons I see it for. You can see it however you want to see it though. It's just the exercise on my end, how to see in more than just 5 dimensions, how to see in more than just 3 dimensions, how to see in more than just 6 dimensions, and so on. With the abilities of those 5, possibly 5 major measurement words that I told you about: dimensions, frequencies, morals, quantum, and reality. This will make more sense to you as well if you knew how to tap into them, or if you knew how to read them properly. You follow what I'm saying? So here, the way I just explained first dimension is how I'm pretty much essentially going to explain all the other 46 of them. You do this thing to accomplish this thing, period. You follow what I'm saying? Moving forward. So now, to see in the 2D, you're going to be using the technique known as the simultaneous talk technique, targeting the feminist belief system pillar to destroy it and turn it into jealousy. Doing this gives you the rank of Soul Airman in this here Soul King military parable, if this makes sense to you. See in the ID. I see in the ID. This is an exercise to help you do so. Now, to see in the 3D, you use the technique known as love expressions or love dissemination. It's just weaponizing love. Logical affection. Logical affection destroys all of the source of all immoral authority, spiritual traits on their side of the soul field. Logical affection destroys them all. Logical affection does. If you can gather everything else I'm saying with this here parable, you'll get why I'm saying that as well. So, logical affection, BKA love expressions or love dissemination, targeting the LGBTQ belief system pillar. Belief system. I'm not after the people. I'm after what you believe. The real problem. The curse. This is what I desire to destroy. The curse. My military is going to destroy the curse. And right now, the LGBTQ belief system pillar in its entirety is a curse. I'm going to destroy it and turn it into the vanity in which it really is through the technique known as the love expressions or love disseminations tactic. And when I do this, in the 3D dimensional thinking mind space, I achieve the soul military rank known as Soul Airman First Class. If this makes sense to you. Let's not forget, I equals every youth, everybody. So that means you also gain this rank just by me talking about it, or just by you performing the activity to get her done. You follow what I'm saying? But remember, this is the spiritual Air Force branch though. The spiritual Air Force branch. But it's all in the Soul King's military as a whole. But this is just the spiritual Air Force branch of the Soul King's military. Does that make sense to you? Let's look up what the words mean, right? Now, to see in the 4D, you're going to be using the technique known as the Brighter Days soundtrack. Hit on your emotions, right? Don't forget, these also connect with each chakra. So remember, now even though the root chakra in itself holds a 3-dimensional thinking mind aspect or 3-dimensional thinking mind space aspect, the reason why it's limited is because of the belief system racism attached to it. Destroy it and turn it into greed and realize for what it really is. And as I go through the rest of the few steps, you're going to realize what else you need to do to it. And then the feminism belief system is attached to the sacral chakra. LGBTQ is attached to the solar plexus chakra. The nerd geek culture is attached to the solar plexus chakra, to the heart chakra, which is the C in the 4D. When you destroy these belief system pillars, the numbers go back to what they truly are. Because remember, the root chakra is a 3D. The sacral chakra is a 4D. Solar plexus is a 5. You see? You destroy these belief system pillars that I'm telling you about here, and they go back to normal because they'll be revealed for what they really are. And don't forget, all of these foul principalities that when you destroy these belief system pillars and they get revealed unto you as to what they are, all of these foul principalities, all of their styles of energy shift all throughout each belief system pillar. Like, for example, I said racism, when you destroy racism, it'll reveal greed to you. But let's not forget, you can destroy racism and it'll reveal jealousy. C in the ID, infinite dimensional. C in the ID, infinite dimensional. When you destroy racism, you can also show vanity. When you just begin to destroy racism, it'll show all of the principalities, all of them, any and all of them at all times, simultaneously. But like I said, the most visible one that you will see when you first tear this belief system pillar apart and burn it to ashes is greed. The most visible one you'll see, especially when you begin to target it and tear it apart. You'll see greed as the most fundamental, foul, fundamental aspect of this here racist belief system pillar. A foul, fundamental aspect. Foul, fundamental energy. What is energy? The strength and vitality required for sustained physical or mental activity. Sustained physical or mental activity? Strength or vitality required to sustain the strength? So what kind of strength or what kind of vitality? You can have a foul vitality, you can have a balanced vitality or a just vitality, or you can just have a pure, just love, loving vitality. Pure energy, good energy, positive energy. Can you or can you not? All of that's incorporated into this. All of it is. So, moving forward, then you have to see in the 4D. I'm going to go back there real quick because I use the love expressions to destroy the LGBTQ community, the belief system there, and destroy it and turn it into vanity. But like I said, all the foul principalities can show up in any of them. You follow what I'm saying? So next, after the three-dimensional one, you gain the Soul Airman First Class rank for that one. And then see in the 4D now. Let's see in the 4D. What's the next one? The technique, the Brighter Days soundtrack to trigger your solar plexus chakra. No, let me see. Root, sacral, solar, heart chakra right here. The heart chakra is of the 4D one right now currently, but it should be a 60 one, right? Once we destroy this here thing, plagiarizing it, it'll become a 60. So, the Brighter Days soundtrack, mixtape of 16 songs of things I wish to say out loud that'll trigger your mind heart spaces into overwhelmingly destroying the city, plagiarizing it currently. And it's going to be targeting the nerd geek culture, the nerd geek belief system pillar. And once I destroy the nerd geek belief system pillar, it'll be revealed to the sloth in which it really is. And once you see in the 4D to this degree, you achieve the rank of Soul Senior Airman of the Spiritual Air Force Branch. You see how I'm playing it? It's just a game, just a video game I'm playing on your lives right now, on your psyche. And why am I playing this video game on your psyche, or this soul game on your psyche right now? To destroy the city, plagiarizing it. And only to destroy the city, plagiarizing it. Why do I want to destroy the city, plagiarizing it? So you can surround me with peace, love, unity, and advancement. And no longer war, hatred, division, and stagnance. I'm not saying anything for no reason. I don't operate like the enemy does. I'm just pretending to so you can see how the enemy operates. Moving forward. So, that's the 5D. Or now, the C in the 5D. To C in the 5D. C in the 5D with me now, before we get to the infinite phase. C in the 5D. The technique I'm going to be using is soul battle rapping. I'm going to apply my 4 divine somatic tasks to the soul battle rapping. 4 somatic divine tasks. 4 somatic divine tasks. There's 2 types. You got a 4 somatic divine task, and then you have a 4 environmental purification forces. And or you have a 4 divine somatic divine tasks, and you have a 4 somatic standard reestablishment forces, because the standard reestablishment forces are the exact same as the environmental purification forces. Standard reestablishment forces, environmental purification forces. 5 somatic divine tasks lead you to the 4 somatic divine or somatic environmental purification forces. I got to get the names completely right so it can make more sense to you. This grand thing have to be able to fathom this. You have to be able to fathom this grand thing that I'm saying here. This is why I keep going back and recorrecting everything. I will not be misleading you, period. Why am I sweating so much? My AC was just sabotaged. I just got it fixed. But then I took it back to get another repair fixed, and he broke it again. So yeah, I just paid for my AC 3 months ago just to have it broken again 3 months later. The white people are in a really bad shape right now, and they're all against us and us only. Why? To C in the ID will give you the answer to these questions. C in the ID to get the answer to these questions. What is the ID? Reality itself. Moving forward. So, to C in the 5D, the technique I'm going to be using is soul battle rapping, and I'm going to be targeting the gangster belief system pillar, which is a part of the throat chakra here, and I'm going to be destroying the gangster belief system pillar to reveal it for what it really is, wrath. And once I do this, I accomplish the Soul Staff Sergeant rank in my Spiritual Air Force branch of the Soul King's military. Just a game. Just a parable. Next, to C in the 60, I'm about to go a little faster now. To C in the 60, I'm going to be using the technique of fitness gospel movement and wrestling with the tribes for peace, I'm going to be using my 4 somatic divine task on this here technique to apply it towards the tribal belief system, to destroy it and reveal it for the lust it really is. Am I talking about myself? Probably. Oh, you just thinking about that girl from Uganda then, huh? Or that girl from Nigeria. Maybe. No, I'm really serious. And to accomplish this, or once you accomplish this feat, you achieve the rank of Soul Technical Sergeant. Next, to C in the 7D, apply the technique of church and mosque domination. Real quick, those tribes that I just mentioned, those connect to the third eye chakra. The religions connect to the crown chakra. Just thought I have to say that real quick as well. The crown chakra is a 9-dimensional thinking mind. So when we destroy what's plagiarizing it, the religious belief system pillar, and destroy it and turn it into gluttony, or reveal it for the gluttony it really is, so we can move to the next project, you achieve not only this rank of Soul Master Sergeant, but you also get the crown chakra back to its 9-dimensional state. Become amazing and extraordinary again. Stop playing with your life. You're only gonna get it once. You dig what I'm saying? To accomplish it, when you accomplish this feat, you become the Soul Master Sergeant in the Spiritual Air Force branch. Next, to see in the 8-dimensional thinking mind. The technique you'll be using is the annihilation of fear. You'll be targeting the ignorance belief system, destroying that and turning it into awareness. And then, once you accomplish these feats, or apply the 4 somatic divine tasks with the 4 somatic environmental purification forces, BKA the 4 somatic standard reestablishment forces, you become senior. Soul Senior Master Sergeant. Soul Senior Master Sergeant of the Spiritual Air Force. This makes sense to you thus far. Now here's the big one. You have the 9th dimension, to see in the 9th dimension, using the technique of the Life Plan Blueprint projects and the Random Solution Thought series, the ones that I've been coming up with here for this channel. Target the fear belief system pillar, which is the 9th belief system pillar on my list. Real quick. What does the 8th one connect to? The Soul Star Chakra. And what does the 9th one connect to? Unfortunately, the Earth Star Chakra. Chakra 0, which is also Chakra 1. Moving forward. So, use the technique of the 16 Life Plan Blueprint projects and the Random Solution Thought series on the fear belief system pillar to destroy it and turn it into courageousness. Turn it into courageousness. Destroy fear, turn it into courageousness. Brother Kevin Gates, the angel of fear, you will experience the angel of destruction one day. And once you do, I pray billions of people will be watching so they can all nourish upon the words we will be exchanging with each other in the time frame of the meetup. Now, once you accomplish this here technique and destroy the fear belief system pillar, you accomplish 4 ranks in total, a part of one 9-dimensional idea, though. You accomplish Soul Chief Master Sergeant, which is the 4 first projects, the first 4 projects. Soul Command Chief Master Sergeant, the second 8, or the next 8 projects. Soul Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, 12 in total, 4, 8, 12, 16, that's what I'm trying to get at. And then finally, Soul Senior Enlisted Advisor to the Chairman. That's when all 16 projects will be applied, as well as the Random Solution Thoughts to keep them preserved. Overwhelming destruction of the city and the 2 ideas outside of the city. Because those last 2 I read were outside of the city that I'm telling you about. Because guess what? What you just destroyed completely was the entirety of the mental spirit prison. And now that it's been destroyed, on to the next thing. The 10th dimension. To see in the 10th dimension, know about this. The internal version of the 5 warrant officers. The internal version of the 5 warrant officers? Yeah, the 5 warrant officers are each 5 individual dimensions to see in. You follow what I'm saying? And their peace, love, unity, and advancement establishment. I'm going to get to it later as to what it means. Right now, I have to keep going. Now, the Spiritual Army branch. See in the 11D with me. The Akasha Chakra first. Once you gain awareness of the Akasha Chakra, your ideas about fear will be reversed to soul courageousness, because you'll see fear as a fake emotion trying to control you and trick you to be something different. And once you gain awareness of the Akasha Chakra and reverse fear to soul courageousness, you will accomplish the Spiritual Army branch rank of Soul Private E1. Next one, see in the 12D with me. Now you see how the significant differences of it now that I just fixed that one little mistake? The significant difference in trying to fathom something so grand. Now, see in the 12D with me. The Earth Star Chakra. Awareness of the Earth Star Chakra. What is the Akasha Chakra first? Akasha Chakra is what I personally label and describe as the goddess of goddesses and queen of all queens, my wife. Akasha means ether in Sanskrit. Ether means air, prana. Physical reality as we know it, at base, is what you would label and describe as divine feminine energy. What gives reality its abilities to sustain its form and be the infinite dimensional reality in which it is the divine masculine energy in which you know of as soul. Spirit is reality. Soul is the battery for reality and or the driver of reality. You follow what I'm saying? And the Akasha chakra is the physical reality in itself, ether. And at base, what you would label and describe as divine feminine energy. You follow what I'm saying? That's why she's there first. My wife is there first as the soul private E1. Once you gain awareness of her, you reverse your fears into soul courageousness, and then you achieve the rank of soul private E1 in an 11-dimensional thinking mind view. The 11-dimensional view. See in the 11D with me, real quick. Now, see in the 12D. Awareness of the Earth Star chakra reverses ignorance to soul awareness / truth. Soul awareness or soul truth. And then you accomplish the rank of soul private E2. Just a game. Parable. Doing it how I want to do it. Remember, the spiritual Air Force causes the destruction of the belief systems, and the Army caused the sweep of what was given the building to stand anyways. To summon the Army in the spirit is also to summon the Army in the physical. Destroy the city. Then remove what gave the city its abilities to stand. Then after that, you'll see what I'm going to say. See in the 13D with me. Awareness of the root chakra, reverse greed to soul fulfillment. You become soul private first class. I'm going to just read them quickly to you. Now, see in the 14D. Gain awareness of the soul sacral chakra, reverse lust to soul stoicism or soul composure. And then you gain the rank of soul corporal specialist. See in the 15D. Gain awareness of the solar plexus chakra. Reverse gluttony to soul discipline, and then you become a soul sergeant in the spiritual army branch. See in the 16D with me, and gain awareness of the heart chakra. Reverse vanity in the soul pride. Gain the rank of soul staff sergeant. See in the 17D with me, gain awareness of the throat chakra. Reverse wrath in the soul tranquility, and gain the rank of soul sergeant first class in the spiritual army branch. See in the 18D with me. Awareness of the third eye chakra. Reverse sloth to soul ambition to become soul master sergeant, spiritual first sergeant. You're amazing. I'm going to keep loving you real quick. So, see in the 19D with me. Awareness of the crown chakra. Reverse jealousy to soul satisfaction. Then become the rank of soul sergeant major and spiritual command sergeant major. Now remember, I said in the previous video how greed was attached to racism and how racism is attached to the root chakra. But then you hear jealousy not being attached to the sacral. How is that possible? Remember, I said they move all throughout the city to give them all its ability, to give the entire city its abilities to stand. Where are these foul non-principalities coming from? Oh, we know. We just want to act like we don't, right? Okay. Moving forward, see in the 20D with me. Gain awareness of the soul star chakra. Apply the 16 soul supremacy dimensions with the 4 somatic divine tasks and or the 4 somatic environmental purification forces or the standard reestablishment forces, soul standard reestablishment forces. You follow what I'm saying? And next, through the 5 warrant officers, then to the leadership, then from the leadership and back unto the soul field. You just went through the spiritual army branch. And what I just said means the spiritual Air Force and the spiritual army branches of parables both focus primarily on affecting the internal psyche heart space or the internal heart psyche space. You follow what I'm saying? That's what they're affecting, those 2 first ones. Now, to speed it up, the spiritual Marine Corps branch, fighting water with fire. Fighting fire with water. Fighting fire with water. Because I'm the type of guy that fight fire with water because it's simple. Water puts fire out. And the Soul Marine Corps branch is how we put the fire out. This is how we put the fire out. See in the 21D with me. The technique, I. The 4 somatic divine task on I. Here, see in the 21D, 4 somatic divine task on I. Or should I say the 4 somatic divine task on the resurrection? Because remember, this is the 3rd part. The part where we're going to have to now fight to gain our liberation, home liberation. This is the 3rd part. The Soul Marine Corps branch is the 3rd part. And for a reason. Become a soul Marine. Hoorah. I, EYE, stands for every youth, everybody. Now, see in the 22D with me. The NSCB, Negative Spirit Exodus Blueprint Technique. 4 somatic divine task on I, now that you are fully resurrected. Now it's just 4 somatic divine task on I, now that you become a soul private. I forgot to mention the rank. You become a soul private in the 21D and a soul private first class in the 22D. So I, every youth, everybody, is now a soul private. At least I'm depicting this unto you so you can hurry up and unite faster and end the oppressive body. Have to hurry up though. And now, see in the 22D, NSCB, Negative Spirit Exodus Blueprint Technique. Apply that with the 4 somatic divine task on I, every youth, everybody, to become a soul private first class. And now, see in the 23D with me. Playing Super Yahusha 4-7 Christ game now. The game itself, just the whole game, you see? In the Marine Corps, we're going to be playing the whole game. I, every youth and everybody, going to be playing the whole game within the Soul Marine Corps branch. Apply the 4 somatic divine task on I, ESCB, or NSCB. Meaning, now that you've went through the Negative Spirit Exodus Blueprint, now apply the Super Yahusha 47 game on yourself. Overwhelmingly destroy the negative foul principalities within you. And once you get them out here into the physical, this technique subjugates them and turns them into the force in which they really are. And what's the details of the force? The previous one, when you reverse them all to what they were. And now, you're learning how to use them. See in the 24D with me. Or once you accomplish that 23D rank, you become a Soul Lance Corporal. Now see in the 24D with me. Cosmic Yahusha 6-9 Soul Game, that's the technique. 4 somatic divine task on I Super. EYE Super. I Super. You see, every youth, everybody. And once you do that, you become a Soul Corporal. Come see in the 25D with me. For Yahusha 8-4 Home Liberation Saga. You're playing the same game inside of the same game now. You follow what I'm saying? And now, once you accomplish that task, 4 somatic divine task on I Cosmic, you become a Soul Sergeant. Once you apply those 4 somatic divine tasks on I Sergeant, for Yahusha 8-4 Home Liberation Saga, you become a Soul Sergeant. Does that make sense to you? Next, see in the 26D with me. Establish Yahusha Infinity Home Saga. That's what we're playing next. 4 somatic divine tasks with it on I Free now. Because you just played for Yahusha, now you upgrade it to this one, to play this one now. So apply it on you free. Us free, we free, to become a Soul Staff Sergeant in the 26-dimensional thinking mind. And now for the 27-dimensional thinking mind, come see in the 27D with me. You're applying the 12 spiritual crop lines this time. And this time you'll be applying them to I Established. You'll be applying them to I Established to become a Soul Gunnery Sergeant, 27D. See in the 28D with me. You're using now the 12 soul directional words or the 12 soul directional dimensions. I would love to explain the details to you, but I gotta hurry up. Now, applying the 4 divine tasks on I Spirit. I Spirit. Because the 12 spiritual crop lines, now the 12 soul directional words. You are applying those on I Spirit in your spiritual state. Next, and once you do that, you will achieve the ranks of Soul Master Sergeant, Spiritual First Sergeant. Soul Master Sergeant, Spiritual First Sergeant. Hoorah. Hoorah, not oorah. Next, come see in the 29D with me. You got the 12 divine tasks, which you're getting ready to use now. The 4 somatic divine task on I Soul. You get it now? I Soul now. And once you do that, you achieve the rank of Soul Master Gunnery Sergeant, Spiritual Sergeant Major in the Spiritual Marine Corps branch. Fighting water with fire. Fighting fire with water. Gotta stop saying that wrong. Fighting fire with water. And now come see in the 30D with me. Almost done. I'm seeing the 30D with me. The techniques you're going to be using here are the 12 environmental purification forces or the 12 standard reestablishment forces, what I was just talking about, you see? Apply the 4 somatic divine task on I Divine. Now that you are your divine state, time to apply the 12 environmental purification forces or the 12 standard reestablishment forces. And once you do this, you achieve the rank of Soul Sergeant Major of the Spiritual Marine Corps. You follow what I'm saying? That's the game there. It's the parable. I Sir influenced. Now, the Soul King's military leadership. This is the important one right here. Because once you go through the 5 warrant officers, internal and external, no matter what, you're going to end up through here 3 times. Each Marine Corps rank listing system that you go through, you're going to end up in the leadership and back onto the soul field to go through the next one. Then back to the leadership, back onto the soul field to go to the final one. And then back to the leadership to fully establish yourself. That's how the parable is going to work in my world. You follow what I'm saying? So, the Soul King's military leadership. Come see in the 31D with me. the technique you're going to be using is my conviction. God will have his world. God will have his people moving God's speed forever. Soul speed, one belief and one foundation. The foundation of love, balanced love, just love, infinite, not finished love. God will have his world. Now, that's my conviction, you see. And once you apply this, you achieve the rank of Soul's second lieutenant. Or once you accept this one and get ready to apply it, you achieve the rank of Soul's second lieutenant. Next one. I, me, myself, personally. Who am I? My government, so-called government name is Travis Ramsey. That's my so-called government name. I personally call myself the Soul's first lieutenant, though. I call myself the Soul's first lieutenant, meaning I am the source of all moral authority's first lieutenant, meaning I am the life force source's first lieutenant. And so will all you be, if you accept this truth. You follow me? And once you accept this truth, you become the Soul's first lieutenant in this here 32-dimensional thinking mind vision. Come see in the 33D with me now. The 33D. The 9 great fathers of the Super Yahusha 4-7 Christ game. Gaining awareness of them, acceptance of them, application of their orders, and then establishment of their order. You achieve the rank of Soul Captain. So what is your soul, what are your 9 soul captains telling you to do? And don't forget, they're all connected and hooked up to one another. So everybody's every rank in this here game, because everybody's every person. Everybody's the same being all in one. Moving forward, seeing the 34D with me. The 9 great fathers of Cosmic Yahusha 6-9 Soul Game Saga. The reconnection scenario characters. The reconnection scenario characters reconnecting you to all the chakras. You see, all the chakras are in every rank. Because it's all one thing. It's all one culminated network of beautiful. Seeing the 34D with me. Accomplishing this rank in the 4 divine tasks, so 4 somatic divine tasks you have to perform to do so, gives you the rank of Soul Major. You see? And then come see in the 35D with me, the 9 great fathers of the Free Yahusha Home Liberation Saga. Free Yahusha 8-4 Home Liberation Saga. The reconnection scenario characters there. 4 somatic divine task. Reawakening, reincarnation, resurrection, renewal. You achieve the rank in the 35D of Soul Lieutenant Colonel. You follow me? And then come see in the 36D with me, the 9 great fathers of Established Yahusha. Infinity. The Home Saga, period. Applying the 4 somatic divine task on that technique for the reconnection scenarios they are thereof to establish the knowledge in which they are providing you, you achieve the rank of Soul Colonel in the 36th dimension. You see, moving forward. Now, 37D. The 10 chakra system. The generals now. These are the generals of the army. The generals, the principals. So, they each have a specific star, right? And the star in which they have represents an important aspect of the information regarding them. Like, for example, in the 37D, it's the 10 chakra system itself, meaning starting from the Akasha chakra unto the Soul Star chakra. 10 chakras, you follow me? And it has 1 star there, and it's a 1-star rank. So, the Soul Brigadier General of the Soul King Military's leadership is the 10 chakra system in one soul. See in the ID with me. The ID. It's just talking about one infinite thing, though. The universe itself that just so happens to be the one infinite thing. How do you get outside of infinity? Be omnipresent. You follow what I'm saying? Now, we become the rank of Soul Brigadier General by gaining awareness of the 10 chakra system, acceptance of the 10 chakra system, application of the 10 chakra system, the establishment of the 10 chakra systems. You follow me? 37D, Soul Brigadier General. Now, 38D, Soul Major General. The 2,000 Egyptian gods, the 2-star rank. But here, the 2 is the significance of the 2. Amun and Ra. Amun and Ra. Amun representing the left hemisphere of the brain. In my opinion, you don't have to buy that if you don't want to. And Ra representing the right hemisphere of the brain. In my opinion, you don't have to buy that. Those 2, Amun and Ra. Next, see in the 39D with me. Soul Lieutenant General, the 3-star rank. The 9 choirs of angels here. And reason why, even though there are thousands, or there are 10,000 times 10,000 and thousands of angels, meaning there are 10,000 times 10,000 and thousands of Soul Lieutenant Generals in this here army of mine that I'm cooking up. Focus on 3 things. The 3 higher plane senses. The 3 higher plane senses for that rank to work there. And once you do that, you become a Soul Lieutenant General in the 39 dimension. 40 dimension, Soul General. The 400 plus 1 Orishas. 4-star rank. The 4 I want you to focus on, though, is my eye once again, because my eye is many things. And right here in this position, my eye is Shango the Thunderer. and his 3 wives, 4 individual Orishas, to focus on for this one to make more sense. To see in the 40D with me, become a soul general, just general alone. And now, the 41D, see in the 41D with me for a moment, if I still got time to talk before it cuts out. Soul general of the spiritual army, the Panch Mahabhuts, and 33 Divas. 5-star rank, focusing on the 5 elements, 5 10 mantras, and/or the 5 prana forms, because the 5 Panch Mahabhuts, which are the gods in Hinduism or divas, they manifest themselves two within and throughout our senses as the 5 prana forms in reality. You follow what I'm saying? And now, the 5 dimensions of warrant officers. 42nd dimension, warrant officer 1, peace, both internally and externally. Remember, internally is 1 dimension, externally is 2 dimensions. Then 43rd dimension, warrant officer 2, love, internally and externally. 44th dimension, warrant officer 3, unity. 45th dimension, warrant officer 4, advancement. 46th dimension, warrant officer 5, establishment. You follow what I'm saying? And now the 47th dimension, the external version of the 5 warrant officers is what the external, or what the 47th dimension is in itself. Once you combine it all together and relate to this here dimensional thinking mind exercise, that'll eventually stretch you all to an infinite dimensional thinking mind, meaning seeing this reality for what it is, the infinite version of it. And this is the current setup for my Soul King's 47 dimensional thinking mind military force entrenchment. The spiritual Air Force branch equals destruction. The spiritual Army branch equals the sweep. The spiritual Marine Corps branch equals the subjugation of the foul spirits to turn them back into the force in which we are. They don't control we control we. And what are we? Love, just love, balanced love. Next, finally, the Soul King's military leadership equals establishment. Tell me what you think of all of this. Leave any of your comments in the comment box, right? I appreciate you for watching. This is your 47 dimensional thinking mind soul kingdom exercise. Shalom, shalom, shalom. I just want these words to reach you as soon as they possibly can, just to enlighten you and bring you to a better state of mind that you will be better than anything that you've ever been in your entire life. I love you wholeheartedly, and I love you very much, and I respect you unconditionally. Therefore, peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.